We're in a bubble right now. And the only thing that looks good is the stock market. But if you raise interest rates even a little bit, that's going to come crashing down. We are in a big, fat, ugly bubble. And we better be awfully careful. And we have a Fed that's doing political things.
Donald Trump accusing Washington of politicizing the Federal Reserve as Fed Chair Janet Yellen testifying on the Hill today about the bank's regulatory role. I'd like to bring to you former presidential candidate and former Republican Congressman Ron Paul. Thanks for being on the show, Mr. Paul. Congressman, do you agree that the Fed has become overly politicized?
Absolutely. It's been that way for a long, long time. I can remember way back when Nixon had Arthur Burns to deal with, and they asked Arthur Burns, you're talking to the president, are you doing what the president wants? He says, certainly. That's the only way we can maintain our independence. So they've been doing this for a long time. This is not new. And they always duck it, and they always say we need independence, but what they want is secrecy to deal with the financial system so that nobody knows what they're doing.
Yeah, I think you're right. LBJ, I think, grabbed Mr. Burns by the necktie and pushed him up against the wall and said, print money for my Vietnam War. You know, but right. the other issue I'd like to switch gears, sir. Congress overriding President Obama's veto on basically in letting 9/11 victims' families sue Saudi Arabia. That just happened just hours ago. It was a bipartisan push, Democrats and Republicans overriding the president's veto. And Congressman, your son, Ron Paul Jr., worked to expose Saudi Arabia's role in the 9/11 plot. So what is your take on this bill?
Well, I think it's wonderful, but I understand where the president's coming from because, you know, it does open up the door that maybe we have to live under the same rules that we're applying to others, so they worry about that there'll be charges against us for causing harm around the world. But I think the wonderful part about this is, you know, anybody who suggested a question mark after 9/11 that some nefarious friends of ours were helping, you know, you were a truther and you were an idiot and you were dismissed. But now, this tells me the American people have awakened. Politicians don't usually vote so unanimously for an issue, so that means the people are awake, and they're doing this, and I think this is very good that we're getting more to the bottom of this, and I just think the secrecy held by the 9/11 Commission was just atrocious, and the fact that we almost got that information out, but now, you know, it is a debate, and the people responded, so you know, I get frustrated. Congress never reacts. They don't care what the people think. But if the people wake up and send a message, believe me, the politicians finally will. And this is a strong message that the American people are upset with the way the 9/11 Commission was handled.
All right. Thank you, Congressman Dr. Ron Paul. Really appreciate your time, sir.